what's going on in Raven Land? I know it's just OTAs. Now they're in mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
And I was listening to McCarthy mention for his press conference today that it's not. He doesn't call it necessarily a rookie wall, but even now in running with other pros, he can see the pros starting to separate from the rookies, and
Really?
it's just OTAs. He said he can even. He said, yeah. He mentioned the rookie wall, and I was like, OTAs, and not that they're tired. That's
Mm-hmm.
not the point.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, he has to make sure they don't get overwhelmed by the circumstance and the situation. You with the big boys now.
Yeah.
So what have you seen in Raven?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Um, Not really something I've paid a whole lot of attention to. Usually, with this time of year, when I pick up my phone and click for something, looking for something Ravens, it's just to make sure, like I was telling you, that nobody got arrested, to make sure that nobody got into a
Like
car
like
accident.
Josh Jacobs.
Right. Oh, right. Exactly.
Well,
Um,
in
you
his
know,
defense,
so to make
everybody doesn't know what happened with that. When a black man gets arrested on some domestic situation,
Mhm.
doesn't mean he's guilty.
Right, right.
We
Mhm.
just know he got locked up on
Yep.
something domestic. We don't know everything.
Don't know. Don't know.
Okay, so I'm
Um,
just going to say that.
so also to make sure that nobody says anything too stupid. Like a few weeks ago, Zay Flowers said something about Harbaugh's practices was too rough. You know, stuff like that.
And I don't like to hear professional athletes talk
Me
about
neither.
practices being
Me
too
neither.
rough. This is football.
Hmm.
It's supposed
I,
to be a
I
running
I
game.
wish
And it's
I
not
wish
like you're a linebacker or Derrick Henry.
I really wish he could have been at one of Chuck Noll's practices or Vince Lombardi.
He
You know,
never made the team.
right? Mm.
He
So
never made the team.
so
Yeah. I forgot he
as
said
long as it's but as far as what's going on with them now, I've seen a little. Jesse Minter. He's into culture building, that type of thing. He's looking for certain things. Like you said, looking for certain little things. But I haven't. I'm not. I was excited about the draft. Um, I'm. I'm not. I'm not as excited as other people are about the combine. I'm not excited about this, and I wasn't that excited about when the schedule came out. It's certain things. It's certain things that just don't turn me on as much as other people.
I got you. I got you. The
The
schedule
schedule
release,
release.
I'll make
I'll
a
make a
big
big
deal
deal
of
of
it.
it.
And I
And
think mainly I make a big deal of it because I'm down here in Florida now. And
And
each
each
year
year
I
I
see
see
when does Pittsburgh come to this state.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm fine. We got to hit 21, and we went to the Dolphins Steeler game that had Hard Rock 23.
Mm-hmm.
So then we went to that. So since I've been here, Steelers been here once. I went to that one game.
Mhm.
Now they come this season twice.
Twice.
At Jacksonville and at Tampa. I'm not making full trips.
All
I'll
right.
tell you that right now. But yeah, the schedule release is a big deal to me now for some strange
Mm-hmm.
reason. Yeah, I'm with you on it. Steelers I noticed one thing about them. They are old. I was on 105.7. I can get it on YouTube, a live stream.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to be, and I told you so. But that fourth round draft pick, I told you about Elijah Surratt. It's looking good.
Okay.
I knew he would. I wanted him in the Steeler uniform. Elijah Surratt's a football. I think he's going to serve y'all better than Jacoby.
Oh, okay.
I did. I've said that before. I think Percy was on the show with him.
Okay.
I just think Surratt's more of the football. Kobe Lane is the big guy. It's the big play. And that's you need that too. No, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I want the guy that's going to block for me 10, 15
Mm-hmm.
yards down. That's important too.
Mm-hmm.
So, I ain't following it, but I was on 105.7. It said Surratt's looking good. And I'm like, just what I needed to hear.
Is there still Rob Long on there? Who
Yeah,
what?
Rob, commissioner,
Mm-hmm.
and the dude with the big beard. He sits in the right corner. Khan. I think
Oh.
his name is Jerry.
Oh, he's in the morning now. He used to be in the afternoon.
Right.
Okay.
No, he's morning.
Okay.
And in the afternoon, I had a towel service today. I pulled one of 5.7 up, and Haney.
He's still. That's my man right there.
11 to 2 or 10 to 2.
Is he still with Vinny?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually enjoy that show more than the morning.
That's as much as I'm not wild about Vinny, he really thinks too much of himself. When you hear him talk, you really get the idea that you're listening to somebody who believes he's one of the greatest general managers in the history of the NFL.
Now, who did he GM?
The 49ers and the Redskins. Now, Emilio, those of us who know that he did not put that 49ers dynasty together. All right.
Was he the Niners GM in the 90s?
Yeah. He didn't. Okay, he drafted T.O. He made.
This is after those.
Yeah. That he came along for the ride. Look. The the architect of those teams. I think we talking common policy, right? And DeBartolo was the owner, and he was kind of crooked, but he didn't draft Joe. I don't think. I mean, somebody out there can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think he drafted Joe Montana. I don't think so.
This is Montana got drafted in the early days.
And another thing that bothers me whenever I used to listen to their show, sometimes he could be kind of overly critical of Ozzy. So I called him one day. You know me. I said, bruh, look, I would take Ozzy over you. I said, if you was our general manager, speaking about the Ravens, I said we would be in serious trouble. Boy, he was hot. He went up one side of me and came down the other. So anyway, but Haney, that's my man. Haney is so funny, man. He could do stand-up comedy. He has had me cracking up plenty of times.
I had when I was out Polk County, I was listening to the 11 10 to 2 show, Vinny and Haney. And they were playing clips of Lamar's kind of mini press conference.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna tell you like this. I hate the bitter baby daddy. I did not like when Zay Flowers talked negative about Harvard after they left.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that guy.
Mm-hmm.
But listening to Lamar talk, I think he's gonna have the best year of his career.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think Lamar is going to be responsible for 60 touchdowns this year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm just telling you.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't no purple and black or black and gold.
Mm-hmm.
This is just football.
It wouldn't shock me.
He sounds refreshed.
Mm-hmm.
He sounds like he can play Sunday. This coming Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Physically, I don't know what's going on. It was wrist or ankle. I think it was his ankle.
Last year?
Yeah, this past year.
Hamstring.
It was his hand.
Mm-hmm.
You speed guys, you gotta watch that.
Mm-hmm.
The soft tissue messes in all the leagues.
Mm-hmm.
But it's two guys I think are going to torch. And two of them in the AFC. Lamar and Burrow. I think Rodgers going to be the third best, and Deshaun and Shador can right up there.
Mm-hmm.
I think Burrow is going to rip this league.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I know you don't play fantasy football.
I've said for a while that Lamar reminds me more of an NBA player than he does an NFL player. You know how
Please explain.
Okay, you know how NBA players, okay, when the coach gets fired, then that team will go on an 11-game winning streak. We've seen it happen many, many times in the NBA. We even see it happening.
New scheme.
And really, to be honest with you, it kind of shows that they was laying down and they wanted the first coach fired. You know, it kind of does show.
They kind of lacked a little effort the
Look-
last few games.
Look at the Phillies. Look at in baseball. Look at the Philadelphia Phillies right now. They apparently they wanted that manager gone. As soon as they brought this guy, now they've been one of the best teams in it.
The Red Sox started winning as soon as Core gone.
So
Not as much as the Phillies. They're a little better.
So Lamar, that wouldn't surprise me that he's going to, if he stays healthy. Excuse me.
You all right.
It wouldn't surprise me if he balls out this year, just to send the message that he was the
I
problem.
wasn't the problem.
Yeah,
I got you. Boy, I tell you, this is a dog world. Just move on.
Just
Play
play
your game. Don't worry about what the next man is
Mhm.
doing.
And to Shard's point, please don't get Shard started on this.
Oh my God. Oh, Lord.
Who in a relationship, who usually struggles to move on more, the man or the woman? The woman. And so Lamar, who was he raised by? Okay, I'm just saying. I'm not trying to start. I'm definitely not trying to start that conversation. But I'm just saying.
Right.
You stupid. Boy, y'all terrible.
I'm just saying.
You're worse than me against
I'm just saying.
Oh, boy.
Well,
his
this press conference was
it
it just sounded like
he's
he's
glad
to be under different tutelage.
Mm-hmm.
The OC he has now, he's learning a new system now,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
That's
never
never
easy.
easy.
I'm
I'm
curious to
to
see how
this
this
is
is going to work.
Yeah.
I was
I was
looking
at the
history
of
of
Ravens
Steelers.
Since
Since
not
March
March
and
and
I'm
not
not
gonna go back to
your
y'all
first
first coach,
who
who
was
was
already
at the seat.
y'all
Y'all
got him
got
from
him.
Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going
I'm
from
going from
Kyle
Kyle
and
and
Billy.
Billy.
Mm-hmm.
Billy,
Offensive
offensive
mind,
mind,
Kyle
defensive
defensive.
mind.
Mm-hmm.
The next
Next
generation,
generation,
Tom
Tom
and
and
Harbaugh,
Harbaugh,
two
two
defense.
defense.
Mm-hmm. Well, Harbaugh special team.
But
But I think his niche.
Yeah,
If I
yeah,
had to
more,
choose,
more so, yeah.
defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I had to
Mhm.
choose,
Mm-hmm.
That's
that's why I
just
just
went straight.
Mhm.
straight.
And
And
then
then
now,
now,
Mentor
Mentor
and
and
McCarthy
McCarthy
are
are
opposite of
opposite of
Billy.
Billy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We got
We
the
got the
offensive.
offensive.
I
I can't wait for this
first
first
Ravens
Ravens
deal.
deal.
I wish it wasn't so late this season.
Yeah, yeah.
I would have
I would
liked
them
them play.
play.
I don't
I
know.
don't.
Somebody's gonna be hurt. Somebody's not gonna play in that game.
The question is, by
By
time
time
December 1st
first
hit,
hit, everybody's broken down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You broke it
Yeah,
down.
but
I
I look forward to
this
dynamic
because
I don't even want to call it an advantage.
But
But
mentor,
first time head coaches learn a lot. There's a learning curve.
But
For
first time
head coaches.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see how mentor handles being the
Yeah.
man.
That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
I
No,
know
you came highly recommended.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody be more 90% approval rating of the hire. But that
That
had
had nothing to do with you being a first time.
Right. Right. Right.
I gotta
Gotta see how he handles
Mm-hmm.
the
X's and O's and scheme
and chess
chess
match
match
between
Mhm.
McCarthy and Mentor.
Mm-hmm.
Curious.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who's
Who's
gonna
gonna win that?
And
And a concern of mine
is
is
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
miss
the
the
dominance
Tom
Tomlin
had
had
over
over
Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
That's gone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know
You know
what I'm saying?
It's
Even when the Ravens
when,
year
year
before
before
last,
last,
when y'all beat us the last game of the year, killed us in the playoff game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even with
including that, that's three wins Lamar had.
But like
Three
friends,
there was games I knew I just felt confident some way
Mhm.
somehow
Tomlin was
Tomlin
going
was
to
gonna
scheme
scheme
something up.
something
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we gotta-
He knew something. He definitely knew something.
But now that's gone, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's this new guy who made a unilateral move from DC to DC.
Mm-hmm.
Is he gonna make it do it? I don't know. It's a lot of questions on like that dynamic with them two guys.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how I see it. I think Lamar. I may have been exaggerating. 6 Okay.
Right.
But I think you get my point.
Right.
I think he has an extra grind.
Mm-hmm.
I think Lamar feels that he was blamed for a lot of things that weren't his fault.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he is going to tear this
Yeah.
league.
Somebody
He's
asked
setting
me
up for it.
at work the other day. Somebody asked me about. They said, "What you think about Josh Allen? He lost his head coach." I said, "It doesn't matter. Guys like Josh Allen and Lamar, if they play 17 games, look, the Ravens almost made the playoffs, and Lamar missed 5 games. So if they play 17, yeah, if they play 17 games, those 7 playoff spots, 2 of them belong to those 2. They are so talented. It don't matter who the head coach is. The only question with those 2 is, can they get to the Super Bowl? The question is not, can they make the playoffs?
Right. Our question is, can we win a playoff
game?
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Speaking of Steelers and playoff games, I was thinking about something on the way back in. And I really, once this brain of mine gets on something, I really like to break it down.
Right.
Yeah, I know how. As you know, Tom was my second favorite head coach of all time.
Mm-hmm. Who would you say was top?
Earl Weaver.
Oh yeah.
Tomlin, Pat Riley for the Lakers.
Okay.
Those 1, 2, 3. In that order. But here's the thing. If Mike McCarthy takes this Steelers roster and goes, I don't even care about the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
10-7, 11-6.
Mm-hmm.
And loses in the first round or wild card round again, then at least I'll know. Okay, there's an internal issue. We had a new voice. We had 2 new voices.
Mm-hmm.
And the head coach didn't want to have anything to do with the defense. That's
right.
Completely different how we ran.
Mm-hmm.
Tomlin wanted to do defense.
Mm-hmm.
He had his nose in special teams. He had his nose in the offense.
Mm-hmm.
His nose in the quarterback world. Control freak.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But if McCarthy and I watch a lot of legal shows. There are different levels of indictment. State level and federal.
Mm-hmm.
McCarthy takes this roster and wins one playoff game. That's an indictment on my mind. It is.
Okay. Right.
If he wins 2,
mm-hmm.
that's a federal indictment. And I'm just telling you, I get no pleasure in telling you this.
Right.
With the exception of the rookies, you got the same roster, and you added some really nice pieces to the defense.
It would be.
But if he wins one, I'll look at it as all right, coach.
But you know what? Let me tell you something.
Is that legit though?
The Tomlin followers, just like here in Baltimore, the Lamar disciples, the Tomlin followers will find some way to. You know who is a Mike Tomlin disciple? Your boy used to play for y'all, number 20, I think. He'd be on CBS, the streaming sports show. McFadden.
Yeah.
Meal. Tomlin can do no wrong. I don't.
He gave that boy his career.
Let me ask you a question. You've known me your whole life. Am I like that with anybody? Do I give blind devotion to anybody?
I won't call it blind devotion. Your support of Kyle Shanahan bothers me sometimes.
Okay. All right.
That has grinded my gears.
All right. Okay. And even him.
It's not blind devotion.
Thank you. That's good enough for me.
But blind devotion,
And that's something I can't take, Mill. I can't take.
Supported Kobe.
Right.
I was all in on Kobe. You remember that?
But you know what? Even that, even you with Kobe, it's not like the people who, in our show is not political, so I'm not gonna. But it's not like the people who give blind devotion to this current administration. If you know what I'm saying, I mean, Mill, just blind, just they don't even see any fault, any mistake, any error, nothing. You can't talk to them, and that's how I feel when I talk to certain Lamar fans. Again, I don't call them Ravens fans; they're Lamar fans. And when I hear this guy talk about Tomlin, I'm like, look, he was an excellent coach. But bruh,
he lost his last 7 playoff games.
Three or four of which I don't hold against, but you still lost.
And I'm gonna tell you something.
3 or 4, I'm gonna lean on.
I'm gonna tell you something else. He loves to mention the fact that, now I'm talking about McFadden. He loves to mention the fact that the last few Tomlin didn't have the better quarterback. We talking now.
The 7, he only had Ben for 2 or 3.
Right.
He had Trubisky and Pickett.
Right. And but the thing is, what he likes to mention is the fact that the last couple with Roethlisberger was old. So Roethlisberger was going against Mahomes, and then he went against.
That was his last game.
That was his last one. And he went against somebody before that or whatever. But he conveniently forgets that Roethlisberger was the better quarterback in many of the previous. Now, forget about the Super Bowls for a second. The ones right after that. Roethlisberger, except for the time that
better than Tebow. I shouldn't even mention
he well, you know what? He's not going to mention it. So you got to. The only one that Roethlisberger wasn't the better quarterback in was when he went against Brady. All the rest of those early ones.
Brady and Mahomes. He was.
No, I'm talking about forget about right. I'm not talking about the last few, and I'm not talking about the Super Bowl ones. You give them credit for those. I'm talking about the ones shortly after the Super Bowl. Tebow, David Garrard, Blake Bortles.
Not Garrard. It was Bortles.
No, the Garrard too. Y'all lost a home playoff game. You don't remember that game? Jacksonville. David Garrard. Yeah. I remember. And Flacco. Roethlisberger's better than Flacco. I know he. So all those games, I'm pretty sure Pittsburgh was favored in. And I'm not. This is not a bash Tomlin segment. I'm just trying to be fair. He making it sound like he was Frank Robinson with the '89 Why Not Orioles, and that's not necessarily accurate. But he gets to be on TV and he can express his views, and nobody calls him out about it. It's not one of those shows where they go back and forth like First Take or that type of foolishness.
Right. No. I've watched Brian McFadden. He has a podcast. Well, I don't know if they still do it with Patrick Peterson.
Oh, okay.
Two cornerbacks, and they call it All Things Covered. It was a pretty good part.
Oh, okay.
And they would both go back and forth about today's topics. I subscribe to it. I don't think they were currently doing any episodes.
Okay.
Now it was a really good show.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, even in that show, you gotta be careful.
You could tell.
You gotta be careful what you say about it. I'm just telling you, he's a Thomas supporter.
Yeah, I see.
It's media. Everybody has a side. Everybody has a side. But that's my opinion on if McCarthy's level of indictment. If he wins one, that's a state level indictment.
Mm-hmm.
If McCarthy wins two,
with this same team,
predominantly,
they have they've improved some rooms,
Right.
including the wide receiver room. It's gonna knock Tomlin down a few notches on the list.
Man.
He's still Hall of Famer. He's still first ballot.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
He still has a losing playoff record, but he still has 13.
See what is going to say is now your boy Mark Madden be going too far when it comes to Tomlin, but it is going to confirm some of the things he's been saying, and that is the NFL. You got to come out of the Stone Age. You got to become a little more.
Just got one to go.
Who?
Kobe. Home run, right center.
Really?
Tied the game 1-1.
Okay.
You were saying?
You got to become a little more innovative. You got to, these teams are look, even Colin Coward goes too far sometimes. He
During Oats, and I don't listen to his show. I know that sometimes you reference,
mm-hmm.
but I don't listen to a lot of the national media.
Mm-hmm.
I really.
Mm-hmm.
I try to actually make an effort to avoid.
Mm-hmm.
This guy hates this. It's extreme.
Yeah.
I have watched All Things Covered.
Mm-hmm.
And I've noticed Brian McFadden's bias towards Tom.
Mm-hmm.
I've listened to Mark Madden and guys like Colin Coward who despise Tom. I avoid that too. They're crazy.
Yeah,
he consumes. This guy consumes himself with bashing Tom.
Yeah.
Well, now Tom is gone. Who you gonna bash now?
Yeah, he's another one who he makes some good points, but sometimes you go too far with it. Now, let me give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard him basically say that if you don't hire an offensive head coach in today's NFL, then what are you doing? This makes sense. Okay. This past Super Bowl, neither team had an offensive head coach. So if a person were to listen to him, then you can't and Coward, if anybody, it would. Now, I don't know the man, never will meet him, but if anything, somebody like him has learned, I'm sure in his life, is you got to think outside the box, Mill. You can't just say, "Oh, we have to have an offensive head coach." The Dolphins had an offensive head coach with Mike McDaniel. How did that work out? So you understand what I'm saying? You might find a guy who's a great fit for your organization. He's an excellent defensive coach. You're not going to hire him because he's not a. So what you do is you make sure that he finds an excellent offensive coordinator. But don't just say I can't hire a defensive coach to be my head coach.
No.
That doesn't make sense.
Don't eliminate, because you could be eliminating a Super Bowl.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think Mentor is a grand slam hire. I really do.
Right.
He's going to work out great. I really do. He's a good hire. I don't know about that. Strictly sticking with offense. Yeah, Vrabel and Mike McDonald are defensive. That's what they are. So that's my thoughts on OTAs. It's not that I want McCarthy to do well, but I'm still trying to get used to his hands-off approach to defense.
Okay.
You don't want to touch it.
Okay. I think I was mentioning to you back in the day. You know who that reminds me of? Joe Gibbs was the same way.
Okay.
They asked him. Now maybe he was trying to be funny, but one time one of the reporters asked him, "What about your game plan? For defense for this week against?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "Ask." Now I'm pretty sure he knew,
Right.
but he was just trying to make the point that the guy Richie Pettibone back in the day, he was pretty good too.
You name drop Richie Pettibone.
Yeah, he said Pettibone. He said Pettibone is basically the head coach of the defense. That's the way he used to put it.
Yeah. Okay. All right, yeah. He's just a very hands-off approach. I've listened to Patrick Graham give a couple press conferences. He says some very interesting things.
Mm-hmm. Where did he come from again? Las Vegas, right?
The Raiders.
Yeah.
Came from the Raiders. And, you know, all his 3 or 4 years in Vegas,
Mm-hmm.
the Raiders finished higher than the Steelers in defensive rating.
How old is he?
He's in his 40s.
See, that's good. I think that's
young. Is Minter in his 40s too?
Yeah, he's in his early 40s. That's the only knock that I have with Mike McCarthy is his age.
All right, I got you.
Yeah.
I think he has been we had talked about this. I think they hired him because they already knew Rodgers was coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And now that Rodgers gave his initial press conference, he said something interesting. I didn't address it last week. Asking Aaron about where he's been, what he's doing. He was seen eating ice cream at some ice cream parlor. And he's been in Pittsburgh for almost 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
He sent a text to Omar Khan by his admission to tell Omar get McCarthy in there.
Okay.
He suggested it.
Mm-hmm.
Tell the GM what to
do. Mm-hmm.
He wanted McCarthy.
Okay.
So I'm like
Aaron Rodgers is like as far as that's concerned, he kind of reminds me of LeBron. He likes a comfort, he likes like LeBron doesn't like to play with rookies. And Aaron Rodgers, sure enough, very rarely does he hook up well with young receivers. He likes his guys. And this is now look, let me ask you this. What you think about this? I'm hearing people say that there's another reason they brought in McCarthy. Not just for Aaron Rodgers this year, but the other young quarterbacks y'all have on the roster, and maybe potentially a young quarterback that y'all might go get in next year's draft. What you think about that?
I think that is absolutely dead on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna call him man genius. He's not a genius. I don't think no genius.
Mm-hmm.
But what I do know, he's always trying to recruit picks. Other than Rodgers, guess who's getting the next most stats? It's not Drew Allen. It's Will Howard.
Mm-hmm.
I think they get Will Howard's attention, numbers, and quality up because they're gonna move.
Okay, possible.
Make them more attractive to other
teams.
Mm-hmm. That's honestly what I think they're doing. If Allen, you got the third ring,
mm-hmm.
isn't hardly seeing the field. Over Will Howard, he got the sixth ring.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Will Howard has been running with the second team, not Drew Allen.
Mm-hmm.
I think Drew Allen is just going to be locked the back.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're looking to move.
Nobody carries 4 quarterbacks. Yeah.
Nobody.
Mm-hmm.
No, you need that position. Defensive line.
So you all couldn't put Howard on the practice squad? Well, I think somebody would claim him.
Somebody else would grab him. Absolutely. They get Will Howard's numbers on. That's my opinion on him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
because you put him on the practice squad, he wouldn't last 24 hours.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And then y'all would lose him and didn't even get anything for him. You didn't give him a chance. Didn't see what he could do. Didn't play it all last year, and now you lose him, and you don't at least get what was he a sixth round?
Sixth round.
Yeah, at least that. So you get nothing.
So that is what honestly my opinion of what I think they're doing with Howard. And in his defense, he's running with second team. Again. Let's not get excited.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because the thing is, now what I've heard some Steeler people say, there's no way. Some people talking about some fans. Oh, trade Mason Rudolph. You're not going to have, and I have thought about this for a second. You're not going to have 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers, and then two backups are young guys. You kind of need Mason Rudolph in case Rodgers misses a game or two.
I agree with that.
So you're gonna have Aaron Rodgers. You're gonna need Mason Rudolph as your number two, and you just drafted Drew Allard. So it's really the numbers game at this point.
It is. They just restructured firmly.
Oh, really?
They just which means he's going to be safer this year next because of his cap, which isn't major. I just got that across my ticker. It's either Yahoo, I don't remember. I get so much information. They just restructured firmly. But yeah, that's my opinion of what I think they're going to do with this quarterback situation.
Now, one other thing about Mike McCarthy. He reminds me of, he's a poor man's Andy Reid. You know how Andy Reid really doesn't like to run the ball. I mean, he always talks about it. We're gonna get the run again, man. Andy Reid, the first play of the game, he might hand it off to the running back. That's the last time the running back see the ball the entire game. He really likes to. McCarthy kind of reminds me. Look, Todd Monken had a little bit of that in him. With some guys really, some play callers. Okay, one problem I had with Todd Monken. You've got Derrick Henry, all right. Hand it to him on first down. He gets stopped at the line of scrimmage. Okay. There's no rule saying you can't give it to him. You can give it to him on second down. You know that, right? Immediately, he does. If I'm a defensive play caller, I know after 2nd and 10, the Ravens going to throw the ball. They are going to throw it. But guys like Gary Kubiak and real offensive coordinators like that, they know you gotta kind of stick with it, especially if you got Derrick Henry. So
the Steelers are going to throw a lot.
They're going to throw. I say that to say this: the Pittsburgh is going to throw the ball more this year, and Aaron Rodgers is still 42. So I think y'all are going to get off to a good start again. Maybe even 6-2, something like that.
Right.
I'm real concerned about when the weather gets cold and the schedule is going to get tougher. I don't know why they keep
game stretch.
I don't know why they keep doing that to y'all.
The five games are, I don't remember them all, but included in them was the Texans, the Eagles, just monsters. And it's in Philly. We never lose. So we got a 5-game stretch. If we come out 2-3, I'm gonna be happy.
Mm-hmm.
We could come out of there 1-4. Just tell me. Our first 8 are doable.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like us not having a bye week after Paris France game. I told you about that.
Right.
Not happy about that. International games be a bye week.
Mm-hmm.
But they play the bye week a few weeks later. Week 9 bye week. The players are very happy about that, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And number 2, of the 9 games in the second half of the season,
Mm-hmm.
the Steelers, 6 of them are standalone.
Right.
It's no longer about prime time.
Mm-hmm.
Because the game after Thanksgiving on Friday, they play the Texans in Pittsburgh on the 27th.
Mm-hmm.
That's standalone, 3 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It might as well be prime time.
6 standalone of the 9.
Mm-hmm.
Still a draw, Eddie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Still want to see the Steelers either win or lose.
It's going to be interesting to see how many of those games y'all get next year with no Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I want Lenore Sellers from South Carolina University. That's who I want.
Lenore Sellers.
I like Lenore Sellers. He's not the most polished.
Don't tell me you already been looking at mock drafts. Well, please don't tell me that.
No, Ed. Well, this goes from just me watching him in the past.
Oh, okay.
All right, calm
Because if I look at another mock draft, I'm not ready to look at.
We just got rid of looking at him 3 months ago.
Yeah, bro, I can't take it.
No. Our brain needed a break from draft, NFL draft talk.
What about this guy? Is it Dante Moore?
Dante Moore for Oregon?
Yeah,
I like him. His comp is Lamar.
Really? He fast like that?
No. I don't necessarily agree with that comp.
Right.
But he's a black quarterback. Lamar's black quarterback. He's not the athlete Lamar.
About how tall is he?
He can throw about the same height.
All right.
But he can throw. And Dante Moore's smart.
Okay.
He's not bad. It's hard. Lamar, to me, at this point, the greatest scrambling quarterback in NFL history. And I don't think there's a close second. I'm including Steve Young, Randall Cunningham, and Mike Vick.
And Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. He's better than him. Right. And Josh picks up a lot of yards. No. Dante Moore got a long ladder to climb to get to the scrambling ability. But he can throw. And he's smart. He knows what you're looking at when he comes out of the huddle. So I like Dante Moore. Dante Moore gets a thumbs up. I know this isn't a college show. We got another whole season to go before college football even starts. But I love Sellers. I love Dante Moore. Maega, however you pronounce his name, quarterback at USC. I like him too.
Okay.
So we're going to get into that.
Right.
Into the quarterbacks. But yeah. But this team here, Ed, we put some things together. What you think, man? Come on now.
Well, I agree with something I heard a manager say a long time ago. I forget who. It might have been Sparky Anderson. He said, "You're not doing anything until you first get to 500." And I absolutely agree with that. There is no now in basketball and football. It has happened before, but in baseball, I don't think any team has ever made the postseason while they were under 500. You cannot lose more than, and sure enough, those rare times in football, like the teams have even won a playoff game, even though they won their sorry division. They got a home playoff game. They won one playoff game, but in the next round they got obliterated. Basketball, same thing. We know that.
I don't know what the record is, but since the NFL went to 7 seeds, the 7 seed, they have the one-loss record as 7 seed. It's not good.
Thank you. You know what that tells me? That seventh team is not a real playoff team.
Right.
They don't belong in. The only reason they're in.
Last year, when we lost to the Chiefs, we were 7 seed.
The only reason that team is in is to make more money. And it helps that it was a legendary franchise like y'all, Pittsburgh, not Jacksonville or somebody like that. So still, people are going to watch. We all watch, even though we knew what was going to happen. Nobody can say I didn't watch. We don't watch. So that being said, the Orioles need to get to 500.
And we're on the way. They'll get it.
Now, it's impossible to put together any kind of winning streak right now as long as Trevor Rogers is taking the ball every fifth day.
He has been a bit of a disappointment. Bradish is warming up.
Shane Bass.
His past 2 or 3 starts have been great.
Brandon Young
is 4-1.
Even I get is Bassett hanging in there today against his old team.
Bottom of the fifth, one run.
See,
so he's through 4-4, 1 earned.
And at some point, you're going to get back Dean Kramer from injury. Cade Povich has been okay. His he's not great, but he's been pretty good. He can help you a spot started. So Trevor Rogers, by the time the All-Star break comes, he going to be in long relief. He's going to be coming out of the bullpen.
He's been a bit of a disappointment. He really has been. But I'm going to tell you who's replacing. his disappointment were my optimism. And it's something about maybe I say what Mike Elias has seen.
Mhm.
But I don't think Sam Basayo is just hitting a hot bat right now. I think he's just a good hitter.
Yeah.
His ability to adjust on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Blaze Alexander still banging ground rule double.
I don't know what got into him. I hope he's not cheating. I hope he's not taking steroids. But anyway.
No, he got a baby on the way.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah. She's due any day, or maybe the baby's already been born.
Really.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Maybe that has to do with it. Maybe I'm swinging out. I'm gonna just enjoy it. But he's our 8th and 9th hitter banging the ball. I'm gonna enjoy that.
That always right. Mm-hmm. Any team, 7, 8, 9, you're gonna win if they hit.
Let's go hit 2. Got 6 RBIs.
Mm-hmm.
Last. You're not gonna like that.
Mm-hmm.
But Gunner's heating up, which I know you would.
Mm-hmm.
But my issue wasn't even the hitters. I know certain pitches just take a while to ramp up. They warm up as the weather warms up. Bradish is
Yeah, Bradish. Mm-hmm.
One of them. Me and Jack went in the living room, and Bradish was on the mound about a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't get shelled, but he was just not doing it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting there, here. She's like, baby, he's not doing good.
Mm-hmm.
She said, you gotta get him out.
Mm-hmm.
I said, baby, listen. I've been watching Bradish for several years.
Mm-hmm.
He warms up as the weather warms.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And ironically,
Mm-hmm.
that was his last bad start when we had that conversation.
Right.
His last 3?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what? And I remember a comment from somebody, from one of the fans, about a month ago, around the same time you talked. They said, "Don't worry about Bradish." He said, "I'm worried about Trevor Rogers." He said, "Don't worry about Bradish." And that whoever said that was right.
That's right. I didn't say it to you on this platform, but
I
said it
to
to that wife of mine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't worried about Bradish.
Mm-hmm.
I was worried about Baz a little bit, only because I don't know enough about it.
Yeah.
They gave him a 5-year multi-year deal.
Not only that, Mill, we sent like 3 promising prospects to Tampa. And I don't like making trades with smart organizations like Tampa. I really don't like to do that. They know something. And sure enough, the 3 prospects that the Orioles gave up, all of them so far are doing well in Tampa's organization. So I said, oh boy, 2 or 3 years from now, we are going to be getting skull dragged by Tampa, and we're going to say, man, that pitching process, that young pitcher's pretty good. Where did he come from? He was out of the Orioles organization in the Shane Baz trade. It was one of those type of deals.
Well, Elias has stockpiled our farm system to be able to do stuff like that.
Okay.
All right. And somebody else.
And Joey Ortiz for mm-hmm. See, the thing about Elias, he makes moves like that, but he hasn't made the one big, the big one. And I know I told you that I was hoping that Detroit would fall off the map, which that has happened. But then again, my plan didn't quite come to fruition because the one I wanted at the trade deadline, Tariq Skubal, he got hurt. And he's going to miss 2 or 3 months. And we'll see what he looks like when 2 or 3 months, your pitcher's going to miss 2 or 3 months, but he's not going to miss the whole season. So what's going to happen?
This is the contract year.
This is his contract year. So obviously he's going to try to ball out. So that's why I wanted Skubal. See, one thing about me, Mill, I'm not going to say I gave up on the season, but once I found out about Jordan Westburg, it made me look at the Orioles a little differently for this year. The Orioles we're not the Dodgers. We need all hands on deck. The Orioles are not going anywhere with our third base situation?
Well, Ed, we've started 3 different third basemen.
Yeah, I think four. I, I believe so. West.
At the plate, first and third, 2 outs. I'm going to set the plate. Taylor will just throw second. Second and third.
Good. Okay. Weston Wilson, Blaze, Kobe, Mayo.
That's it.
Okay. I thought.
But still, third by Memorial Day.
That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
And we've had to shuffle some outfielders. We started 3 or 4 different center fielders.
Rookie manager, they trying. I'm definitely going to root for him. I'm all, this summer is. I'm a pull for him.
I don't want you to view this Oriole team with such an absolute. We got injuries, but everybody does. Oh, that's a strike right in the middle. But yeah, we starting a lot of different people at different positions. We're guilty as charged. I'm going ahead. Going to go ahead. If we split with the Blue Jays, then on this homestand, 10 games will be 7-3. I'll take that.
Yeah, and this 10-game homestand was a huge. It was. They needed to do what they're doing right now.
The fact that they swept Tampa,
yeah,
boded well for me and my spirit and my soul. Because I just don't like Tampa.
You don't like Tampa?
I don't like the Rays. And maybe. Oh, come on.
He struck out.
No, he lined out. He took something off.
I would think Tampa would be your kind of smart organization. Make the right moves.
You know who they remind me of? They make the right moves, but they still cheat. They're like the Bengals of baseball. Bengals draft a lot of good players, but they don't keep any of them.
Cincinnati drafts good players.
If you looked at the Vontaze Burfict, the Breeders.
Okay, well, I was now you going back to Marvin Lewis. I was talking more this regime, Zach Taylor and the Burrow years. Other than Burrow, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase.
Well, y'all got Hendrickson. They drafted him.
Yeah, they did. They
had one good. Anyway, I'm not. This isn't a Bengals show. Okay, maybe the Bengal comparison was a little off. Maybe I just don't like him because it's residual of when they had Randy Rosen. I'm not a fan. He's not even on that team anymore. And they're in our division. And even though Cash, he's the longest tenured head coach in baseball.
To me, he's good.
He is. He's a good head coach. He made a mistake taking that boy at the worst surgery.
Yes, he did. That I can't explain. That's.
I think that move cost him at least that game. What's his name? I can't remember.
Was it Snell?
Blake Snell was balling, and you yanked him because you're scared of your own shadow. No, you leave Snell in. What you got a series against the Orioles next week? No, it's the World Series.
Right.
And when I'm watching him, he yanked him. I was like, you stupid. And you lost. That game in the series, that was pivotal. So, yeah, no. I mean, Cash cool. I'm going to slip with Cash. They in the AFC. The AFC. Wrong sport. And I just don't like anybody in the AFC.
Well, what I like about Tampa is the fact that, okay, you say that they're cheap. I guess maybe you saying that they're not spending all of the money that they get in revenue sharing. Right. Okay, well, if you say that about them, I don't know what you would say about some of these other teams that really.
I have a couple things to say about them because you got the owner of the A's who don't want to spend no money. The owner of the Rays. Our owner and I believe Elias wants to spend money. I think they legitimately tried to.
They tried to this offseason.
Nobody took it.
Yeah. Well,
they had 180 million for a number one starter. Ranger Suarez said no. Who do you think you're talking to?
Yeah. By the way, how's he doing? He's probably doing. Is he doing okay with the Red Sox?
You know what?
Okay.
He said no, and somebody else said no.
It might have been Framber, Valdez.
He ain't doing
And I know he's not doing good, but I think Suarez is doing good. But the Red Sox aren't doing good. Now I'm not going to sit here and defend a cheap owner under any circumstances.
Right, I got you.
But I think some of these owners, and this could be one reason why some of them want to do a salary cap, and we're going to see what happens this offseason. Some of them,
so everybody can't pay that number 7 hit.
Well, I mean that's I'm not even going to get started on that. But I think some of these owners are saying to themselves, what's the use spending money? Nobody is going to beat the Dodgers. To your point of what you just said. Now, man, Toronto can't. Man, I was Toronto. You would have thought I was a Toronto Blue Jays fan.
Myself slowly
last October. They needed 2 more outs. They needed 2 more outs, and they would have took them down. But still, the Dodgers have so much resources, they can afford to lose. Look, I think they went out and got the closer from the Mets, Edwin Diaz. I don't even think he's pitching right now. I think he got hurt. The Dodgers are like, so? they got so much money.
It doesn't even.
Yeah, it doesn't. See, but and once again, I go back to the Orioles. The Orioles can't afford to lose Jordan Westburg. The Dodgers could afford to lose a Jordan Westburg. You understand what I'm saying to you? Tampa can't afford to lose that boy, that tremendous shortstop they had a couple of years ago. He got in trouble messing with he had a young girlfriend, 14-year-old girlfriend, Wanda Franco.
Wanda Franco. Oh,
Mil, can you imagine if Tampa still had him at shortstop and Caminell? So
he was their best hitter.
Tampa really can't. They still doing well because they smart, but they really can't afford to have losses like that.
Right.
The Dodgers can.
I'm gonna be honest with you. We don't have Dean. We lost our closer, Bautista, and Westburg is having Tommy John. We're doing relatively well without having him.
Yeah, if you look at it that way.
So I gotta give Elias a little pat on the back. Our closer's gone. Westburg, we've been shuffling third base. It doesn't even look like statistically we miss him. We are, and people who know baseball know we would love to have George Westburg. That's 20 to 25 home runs healthy. And but he's maneuvering. He's maneuvering. But again, the level of losses the Dodgers take compared to everybody else.
It's ridiculous, man. It's even once the closer for Toronto in the World Series gave up that home run, I said, okay, we'll go to extra innings. Let's see if they can pull it out. The Dodgers pulled out that other Japanese guy. I can't pronounce his name. Forgive me. But he's good for 3 or 4 innings of shutdown baseball. You don't have somebody on your team that can do that. Nobody does.
A long relief and was like they were saving him for extra innings. It's ridiculous.
He's close with Otani's buddy.
Yeah. They was almost like he was their secret weapon. They knew it was going to go.
I don't like it when teams try to make it seem when they have all this money and they try to make it sound like they're so much smarter. You know what that's like. You know what that's like. That's like if now you've been to my house. Yeah, pretty nice house. It's okay. Suppose Warren Buffett or Jeff Bezos walked in here and started bragging to me that, oh, look at your house. Look at what I got. Of course you have. I guarantee you, I would design a better looking house if I had anywhere near the money you had. So that's what I see when I see teams like Tampa versus the Dodgers. That's what I see. Of course, the Dodgers. Of course, they should, and that's why a lot of Yankees fans have been pissed for the last several years because the money that the Yankees have access to, why can't y'all win another World Series? The standards for them are different.
Another issue, because I'm be honest with you, there's some big spenders out there. The Mets own a spend.
Mm-hmm.
The Padres own a spend.
The Cubs,
The Yankees, the Cubs, the Red Sox, all these
the Phillies.
Why is it? What? Our coach, our manager for the Orioles, Albert.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know he was from Boston.
Oh,
I hate Boston. He's from
yeah.
So he's explaining, in his opinion, how everybody just needs arms. Arms is how he says it. We need AMMS. Everybody just need arms.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I hate that Boston.
Mm-hmm.
But the resources, that's where I think the difference is. The resources for pitching. Because even a bad lineup, if you ain't got your good stuff, you're giving up 6 or 7 runs on the worst offense on any given night. I don't even know who the worst team is. The White Sox?
No, actually, they're doing pretty good this year. So we talking Detroit and the Angels probably the worst.
Maybe Colorado.
Oh, and then that. Okay, I thought you were talking about the Americans. Yeah, Colorado.
If you're not careful, Rockies, you get you for 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So everybody kind of has hitters. You make one mistake, it's a 3-run home.
Mm-hmm.
The Dodgers' resources to these things right here is just
unmatched, Mill. How anybody else that gives that kind of money to Edwin Diaz, they would really need Edwin Diaz. I forget, but it doesn't even matter. They are almost throw it in Major League Baseball's face. They're saying it's almost like the Dodgers are saying, "Oh, you want to complain that we're spending too much money? Okay, I'll really give you. You know how when Mom used to say to us, "Stop crying," or "I'll give you something to cry for." Now, it's you saying that we're spending too much? Okay, here's $60 million a year for Kyle Tucker, and we're going to bat him 7th in the lineup.
It's full correct.
Okay, all right. We'll see this offseason. We'll see. Something that got to change, bro.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna stick to my prediction. I don't think the Dodgers are going to win this year.
Really?
3 in a row.
Okay.
Somebody's going to step up.
All right. Atlanta's looking good.
Atlanta's good.
And like you said, the Phillies are back from the dead.
They started out. They got better when they fired that coach.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what was going on there.
Mm-hmm. They wanted him gone.
Way better.
Actually, you know who took over for them? Don Mattingly. He was on the staff. He was on the staff, and he was with somebody else. Oh, actually, last year he was assistant. He was with the Blue Jays. He was with them for that run. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah,
the players must have wanted.
He knows baseball.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Ed, I've been watching the Western Conference Finals.
Mm-hmm.
OKC is up 3-2, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They play tonight.
Mm-hmm.
The Knicks are already in.
Mm-hmm.
Knicks, Spurs, OKC.
Mm-hmm.
Who wins? What's your prediction?
It would be hard for the Knicks to beat either one of those teams. A lot of things would have to go right. OKC, man, I've heard some people complaining about, and sure enough,
they're a tough watch for me.
Yeah, SGA. Look, I like SGA, but Emilio, he is falling on the ground too much, and a lot of times nobody is touching him. Now you know one thing I've discovered about NBA referees. People can say all of them, the games are fixed, they on the tape, whatever. They like certain players, and they don't like certain players. Like I mean, it's just as simple as that. They don't like Luka. Luka's a great player. He's a very unique talent. The referees don't like him. He routinely is among. He be having as many technicals as Draymond Green. The refs don't like him. He complains about every SGA. I hardly ever see him complain, and sometimes he really does get fouled. And he's just a good soldier. The referees like him. So if they like you, then they like you. SGA is smart. He knows what to do. Oh, and Jalen Brunson has a little bit of that too. Jalen Brunson. If it's OKC against the Knicks, it's going to be a battle of who can do the best job of flopping.
Well, I'm going for the Knicks if it's OKC, and I'm going for the Spurs against them.
Okay.
I'm tired of OKC.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the style of play, but they got some good players.
Mm-hmm.
They got probably three guys that could be lead scorer for a lot of teams.
Yeah, they pretty deep.
I mean, they have a lead scorer. And when a lead scores, that could be a lead scorer for another team.
Is hurt. Not even playing. Not even playing. I don't think he's going to play tonight.
SGA?
No, I'm talking about that second guy. You talking about that second guy, Williams?
Jalen Williams.
Yeah. He missed the last couple of games. See, you didn't even know that. And they are pretty loaded.
They are deep. They got a good team, and the head coach understands it. I just don't want to see him in it. I think if it's Spurs next, Spurs will take it. I think if it's OKC next, Knicks gonna have to play a superb series.
Lights out. Lights out. See, I just want to see Wemby at the Garden. I like it when great players go to Madison Square Garden.
Kobe, Mike, Magic. They all lit the Garden.
Steph lit it up.
Kobe called it the Mecca.
He
called it the Mecca. So yeah.
All right, Eddie.
Yep.
I think that's the show for tonight. I appreciate you.
Of course. Always a pleasure.
I'll see you next week. We'll continue.
Yep. Sounds good, bro. Thank you.
Baby.